Nothing lasts forever, but there are some video games that are durable even in the face of ongoing controversy. Most games have a planned ending, an explosive climax that leaves you wanting more after a satisfying conclusion. But what happens when a game doesn't have the perfect ending and gets the axe prematurely? What if your favorite game for the last 12 years gets the end of service announcement out of nowhere? What if the studio developing that game diverted resources from a successful title to multiple incubation projects, only to launch one of them that fails to live up to expectations? Are you left wondering, what the happened? The modern gaming market has proven to be volatile, and studios are scrambling to take your most precious resources, money and time. Here's the definitive, no-nonsense guide to navigating the aftermath and learning some lessons on consumerism in gaming. Destiny 2 being the example, of course. First, allow yourself to feel the emotions. If the game ended on a high note with a perfect ending, practice gratitude. Replay the awesome moments over and over and appreciate them. It can be a sweet passing, and those don't come very often. What do you do if the game was intentionally killed with dangling plot threads, a clear path forward, and a bleak future for any continuation due to another game being a failure produced by the same studio? Feel free to be angry and disappointed that an obvious reality engineered by studio leadership has come to pass. You may have a jaded look on the ending. You may be focusing on the content under delivery, the potential unfulfilled, the questionable decisions of management, or the frustrations of seeing something you loved come to an end. That's understandable. The final chapter is the freshest in our minds, and when it ends in such a volatile fashion, negative emotions are sure to come. Depending on your history and investment in the game, you may move through typical stages of grief. You may give the news a passing, "This sucks," and immediately move on. Be respectful of others' feelings concerning the news. Games can be a third space to connect with friends and form relationships over. They can be worlds to escape to during bad days and stretches in life. They can be a constant companion during every phase of your life. Some even travel with you through teenage to middle-age years. Try to be in the moment and experience whatever you're feeling, because that's part of the game's life, even at its end. Next, feel free to voice your support for your favorite title. The players you met and the people that worked on the game are likely feeling the same emotions you are. It's a good opportunity to connect and show appreciation for the game and the people who poured so much of their lives, creative talents, and skills into the experience. Showing support may not change anything in terms of continuation or it having a future, but it will make you feel better. Make some fan art, hop into the game for its awesome last update, maybe even spam Twitch chats during seasonal game reveals. Whatever you do, just show some love. Next, it's time to start turning the page. You're at a crossroads now. Suddenly, you're facing the realization that you're not just a player, but also a consumer of an entertainment product. You can let the overall hobby of gaming fade to the past and pursue other fulfilling hobbies. But you're likely going to be looking for the next game to pull you into its world and gameplay at some point in the future. The gaming landscape has probably changed a lot in the years you've been logging so many hours into your favorite game. And it's more important than ever to be selective in what you dive into. Maybe look to the past for upcoming remakes. Maybe go back and revisit campaigns you never completed due to a decade of investment in seasonal content. Maybe even give the same studio's next game a try, only to play 80 hours attempting to convince yourself it's fun and good. But always beware of sunk cost fallacies. You don't have to pretend a bad game is good. You don't have to try and convince yourself something is fun when it isn't. Games ask you to invest precious resources when choosing to play and support them. Not only are you often paying an upfront cost most times, but you're asked to invest your most precious resource, time. Why waste hours or even years playing a game that isn't up to your standards or desires that a previous game held? Realize that you can't control what studio leadership, publishers, and businesses do. All you can control is what you vote for with your time and money. If a studio or business chooses to invest in an alternative you didn't want with the resources you were investing in your favorite title, then you don't owe support toward their poor decisions. Making a trend-chasing game trying to capture the audience of their prior title? Not interested. You have no ties to a certain game or studio anymore. And you aren't required or expected to play a game just because it's made by a certain studio or trying to attract you as an audience. In a market where ongoing support isn't guaranteed for even the longest running of games, it's more risky to invest in something that doesn't have staying power. Simply put, if the quality and enjoyment isn't there, then don't waste your time on it. After reflecting on what you want to support and what your game time will look like, internalize the great memories and moments for later on. Make peace with the experiences you forged in your favorite game fading to the past and becoming legend. Years from now, maybe your YouTube feed recommends an E3 trailer from the early 2010s and you'll click on it out of a desire for nostalgia. You'll hear the orchestral journey and be transported back in time with a smile. Or maybe your best friend from decades before, who you haven't talked to after you get pulled away with sleepless nights from your kids, will text you asking if you want to hop online to play a new game they're interested in. And they'll bring up a raid night from Legends Past where you were pushed off a ledge during a boss fight, only to rocket yourself to death with an iconic rocket launcher while everyone laughed. You won't be angry over stupid decisions leading to the end of an amazing game, but you'll be happy about the first time you logged in and saw a world map director, your fire teams, the spin metal patrol farm routes, the 24 to 48 hour sleepless contest mode clears, the theory crafting over what implications lore books carry, and the excitement the night before an expansion launch. You'll remember a game growing alongside you and your friends for years. A game's ending doesn't erase its legacy. A legacy that may never again be filled, but one that you can carry forward to the next experiences, better prepared to live in the moment, experience the good times, and be better at evaluating your place as a player and a consumer. And maybe these are the lessons worth taking forward. The money you spend on games, expansions, and merchandise to support your favorite game can always be used as resources for another, an end of service slapped on your favorite title. Games are temporary, studios rise and fall, communities grow and shrink, trends come and go. You're a player and a small cog in a large business. But the value of a game to the players is never the product itself or the amount of money it makes, but rather the experiences we share and memorialize. Even if the ending is less than perfect and completely fumbled, you can always keep a bit of hope that one year, the last One More Thing of a game showcase will roll a trailer, accompanied by a familiar tune that will pull you back in and ready to spend more years in the universe you love. And then you'll wait through multiple delays and leaks until it finally launches. So what are some games that you think were killed off too early? Any franchises you wish could be resurrected? What games are you looking forward to playing over the next year? Leave a comment. Would love to hear your thoughts and get some recommendations.